Hello and welcome or welcome back. Today's video is going to be another attempt to recreate a project that I have seen on another channel. I will put up their channel name on screen and link their channel and the specific video I am copying in my description. As you saw there, I just cut up a few bits of flour that I wanted to use, put them into a square, half filled it with clear hard type UV resin. Okay, that has been cured, and now I am going to put some gold leaf on and fill up the mould the rest of the way. As always, I will give you hints and tips and explain lessons I've learned along the way as and when they happen in the video. So please make sure to watch all the way through so that you don't miss any advice. So the first tip is for anybody new to putting flowers in their pieces like I am. Less is more. Don't put quite as many flowers in. If you're going to use gold leaf or some sort of backing that you want to be able to see very well on the other side, just be mindful of how many flowers you put in. Okay, send that for curing, and this is where the actual technique begins. And keep watching, because at some point I am going to show you one of my failed attempts. We are attempting to cut a piece of silicone mat that we're going to make a wavy pattern into. Now, that piece of silicone needs to fill the square apart from where you're going to cut a wavy pattern into it. And if you don't get that square perfect, you are going to get resin leakage around the sides. Now, because this is the most intricate part of the project, I am leaving all of the footage in. I will speed it up just a bit, maybe 4 times speed. So whilst you watch that, I would just like to draw your attention to my collaboration playlist in the description box. This is a collaboration for anybody to join in who makes jewellery, and I will also link my collaboration announcement video which explains how you can join in even if you don't have a YouTube channel. Please check out that video and playlist. And thank you to all of my subscribers. I really appreciate every single one of you.
Started with a vision in my mind tonight. A little spark of color and a golden light. Learning every step as I go along. Turning trial and error into something strong. Mix it, shape it, let it glow. Every mistake helps me grow. Shining resin, bright and free. Building dreams, piece by piece. From me, from an idea to a work of art. A little pendant with a big, brave heart. Watching others help me find my way. Now I test my skills a little more each day. Taking inspiration, making it my own. With every pour my confidence has grown. Shape it, cure it, watch it gleam. Closer now to every dream. Shining resin bright.
Okay, on to the next stage, and for this I'm using my Let's Resin Opaque set. On my previous attempts, this is about the 6th or 7th attempt. On the previous attempts I tried to make a nice plumish type colour and I couldn't, so this time I'm just using black. I am concerned that the silicone is lifting, and so I used some clear just to stick that down on the wave pattern edge. It's not 100% flush all around though, so I do still get some leakage. And now we're going to start building the piece, and I use a stick to try and carefully put in a little bit of resin in the hope of it not leaking under the silicone. That doesn't quite work, but don't worry because we can clean it up later.
Building dreams, piece by piece. From me, from an idea to a work of art.
Now that that has cured, I'm popping out my flower piece. I probably should have popped that out first. There's a risk of disturbing the silicone in the next square, but I think it was fine. And now we're going to pop that square down on top of the other square, partially over the silicone and partially over the black resin. I'm going to do something next that you don't see on the other channel's video. I'm concerned that black is going to leak under my flowers, so I'm going to stick this square down using some clear. However, I'm concerned that it will cure funny because I'm curing it against that silicone mat. Even though I'm using the shiny side of the mat, it could still cure funny as opposed to when you cure it just in the nice mould. I hope that makes sense. Spoiler alert, the top coating becomes my nemesis on this project. And moving on, I'm now going to fill all the edges with the black as well as go over the black at the bottom. So I'm needing to build up the thickness of the black to match the flower square, but because it's black, I'm doing it in thin layers to give the best chance of it curing. Now, multiple layers later, I have ran out of black multiple times, so I decided to just do a clear top layer this time. It just needs that tiny bit more to finish off levelling the black against the flowers. And now one final clear layer all over the back. And that's all been cured, and now we are ready to demould. Right, so if you remember earlier, I said I do still get some black leakage underneath the silicone mat. But because it is so thin, it peels away quite easily. That there is the clear that I used to stick the mat to the mould.
A little pendant with a big brave heart.
Now I'm going to show you one of my failed pieces. I tried doing this project from memory and I couldn't, so I went to rewatch the video and realised she's only using one layer of normal silicone mat. I had thought she'd been using a silicone pad, so something thicker like what I've made for myself that you can see to the right of my right hand, and they didn't work. I couldn't get them to sit flush against the mould, so instead I tried layering a few layers of silicone mat, but the problem is that resin leaked in between the layers and I just cannot demould it at all. And back to the current piece, which I'm now going to get the silicone out of. A bit more of a slight overspill there at the bottom on the wave, and on the top right you can see that my first layer of black did not cure properly. So I'm going to clean that up and top coat it, and then this is where my downfall begins. So I have wiped up the uncured resin with alcohol, trimmed off that extra little bit of overspill off the wave, and now I'm mixing up some more black. The wave part has also got scuffed because when I was just cleaning up the piece in general, I used a kitchen roll with alcohol on, and I think kitchen roll can be too scratchy, so I think in future it's best to use a baby wipe soaked in alcohol because baby wipes are less scratchy. Although if you've got any rough parts, you're more likely to catch fluff off a baby wipe. So it depends on what area you're cleaning as to whether you should use something softer like a baby wipe or not. So anyway, the whole piece needs a top coat in order to clean it back up.
Gleam closer now to every dream. Shining resin, bright and free. Building dreams piece by piece for me. From an idea to a work of art. A little pendant with a big brave heart.
So I had used a black top coat thinking that that would hide the uncured anomaly at the top. You know how it leaves bumps around the edges of where it did and didn't cure. So I did the top with the black and then went down the sides just to keep it equal. The bottom, the wave, and the middle I'm just doing with clear. Now, the downfall is I keep getting anomalies, or I'm unable to cover an anomaly with one top coat, and I end up just putting top coat on top coat on top coat. And the result of that is that the wave ends up not standing out from the piece like in the product I am copying. Okay, the next tip. If you've got any anomalies, when you first demold, sand it then, and then your top coat will finish the piece off. Don't just think, oh, that's just a little anomaly, I'll cover that with a top coat. I've ended up doing numerous top coats and then trying to sand it, and all that's going to do is sand the top coat, not get rid of the anomalies underneath the top coat. So I don't know what I was thinking. I don't know why I didn't sand it as soon as I took it out of the mould. So the answer to the question in my thumbnail, can I copy this? Well, the answer at the moment is not quite, not yet. But I'll get there because I've learned my lessons and I will try again and I'll get it better next time. But keep watching because it is still a nice piece. And the whole point of my channel is to teach people, especially beginners, not to be afraid to try a certain technique or a certain product. You can still make beautiful pieces. You don't have to make what other people would consider perfect. One final top coat, this time on the back. Just the one top coat on the back, just to smooth out the corners. Okay, now we are getting ready to attach the hardware, starting by just cutting an ordinary jump ring in half, using the existing split point to guide me where to cut on the other side. This was an awkward part, getting the jump ring to stick to the piece, making sure the piece stood up steady, whilst I also had to hold the jump ring steady. I decided to paint the resin on the whole of the top rather than just put 2 dots where the jump ring will touch, because I didn't want lumps of resin just in those 2 points. But of course, I just couldn't leave it at that. I ended up doing another coat across the whole of the top and then ended up going around all of the edges as well. I just couldn't help myself when it came to top coating. Glamour shots are following shortly. If I have inspired you to try something new, hit the thumbs up. If you'd like to try this specific project and you've learned from my mistakes, please hit the thumbs up and consider subscribing if you haven't already. Thank you very much. Have a good week. I hope to see you again next week. Bye-bye.
Mixing dreams with resin slow. Some ideas I already know. Some scare me half to death, but I still go. Epoxy waves and UV light, trying to get it wrong to get it right. Hands not perfect, that's okay. Every mark is part of the way. I step outside, would feel safe and known. Build something beautiful